You double-check your bag. Shoes, check. Headphones, check. Toothpaste, under 100 milliliter. You're good to go, right? Wrong. In 2025, TSA is confiscating more items than ever, some you'd never expect. We're talking protein powder, chargers, kids' toys, even reusable water bottles. The worst part? Most travelers have no idea these are now flagged. In this video, we'll reveal the 20 surprising items TSA is taking this year, including one hidden in your medicine cabinet right now. Stick around, let's jump in. Number 20. Nut butters and spreads. Looks harmless, right? Just a small jar of peanut butter for a snack at cruising altitude. But in 2025, TSA still treats anything spreadable over 100 milliliters like a liquid, period. Even a tiny travel-size nut butter can get flagged. Scanners see thick, creamy textures as a possible way to hide dangerous items. That means they'll pull you aside, dig through your bag, and maybe toss your pricey $12 almond butter straight in the bin. Nobody wants to lose breakfast or their dignity, while other travelers side-eye you for holding up the line. Why does TSA do this? Because past security threats used gel-based items to smuggle banned substances. So here's your fix. Portion your spread into mini containers under the 3-1-1 rule, or just eat it before the checkpoint. Coming up next, the protein powder that might send you straight to secondary screening. Number 19. Powders in large quantities. You packed protein powder, baby formula, maybe even a fancy latte mix. Seems innocent, right? Think again. In 2025, TSA is laser-focused on anything powdery over 12 ounces, about 350 grams. Why? Powders look like a solid blob on X-rays, hiding all kinds of surprises. If your tub is too big, agents will tear through your perfectly organized bag, test samples, and hold up the line. Even harmless chocolate protein can look suspicious if it's in a giant opaque container. The truth is, bad actors have tried to smuggle harmful substances in powder form, so security has to treat it seriously. The fix? Pre-portion what you need in small labeled bags and declare it if you're unsure. Saves you time, saves everyone's patience, and lets you skip the side-eye from stressed travelers. Still with me? Because next up is the sports gear that can turn into a travel nightmare. Number 18. Sporting goods and gear. You might think your baseball bat or hockey stick is just weekend fun. But in 2025, TSA sees it as a potential weapon. If it can be swung, smashed, or hurled, it's banned from carry-ons. No excuses. Travelers keep trying to talk their way through security with stories about practice games or tournaments, but agents won't budge. These items can easily be used to harm people, and that's the real issue. So your prized lacrosse stick or cricket bat will either stay behind or force you to check it. Nobody wants to lose an expensive piece of gear or watch it get confiscated. Solution? Always pack sports equipment in checked luggage and call ahead to confirm airline size limits. It's one small step that avoids a big hassle. Coming up, the tiny multi-tool that can cause a giant headache at security, even if you think it's harmless. Number 17. Tools and multi-tools. You'd think a pocket multi-tool is harmless, right? A tiny screwdriver or a pair of pliers in your backpack. But in 2025, TSA is cracking down even harder on these. If your multi-tool has any blade, even under 2 inches, they'll flag it and confiscate it on the spot. Why? Because those hidden blades can still be a threat mid-air, no matter how small. Travelers constantly forget one buried in a backpack pocket from a past camping trip. Then, boom, pulled aside, delayed, embarrassed, and forced to watch your gear head straight to the trash. If your multi-tool has no blade, you might still face a manual search that slows everything down. So here's the fix. Pack tools in checked luggage or leave them home entirely. Up next, the water bottle you paid $40 for. That could get tossed just because of a single careless mistake. Number 16. Reusable water bottles with liquid inside. Here's the deal. You finally invested in a sleek $40 stainless steel water bottle. Feels great to bring it, right? But if there's even a sip left inside, TSA will stop you cold. In 2025, agents have zero patience for half-full bottles, even if it's just tap water. They'll make you dump it or, worse, confiscate the bottle if you argue. Nobody wants to lose their fancy reusable bottle because of a tablespoon of leftover water. Why does TSA care? Because any liquid is a potential threat and scanners can't verify it on the spot. Solution? Always empty your water bottle before the checkpoint. Better yet, leave the cap off so agents see it's bone dry. A tiny detail, but it saves you cash and stress. Up next, the fancy souvenir you bought on vacation that's about to meet the TSA trash can. Number 15. Souvenir food items. You spend all day at a farmer's market picking out perfect local jams or honey to bring home. Feels harmless, right? In 2025, TSA still counts those as liquids if they're over 100 milliliters. Even a sealed jar with a pretty ribbon will get tossed at security. Reality check? You'll watch your $15 gourmet jam go straight into the bin. TSA flags these because gels and spreads can hide dangerous materials, and they have no time to test every tourist treat. If it pours, spreads, or drips, it follows the 3-1-1 rule. So here's the solution. Pack your food souvenirs in checked luggage or ship them home if you want to keep them, or buy travel-sized sample jars instead. Don't let sweet memories turn bitter at the checkpoint. Coming up, the high-tech lighter that might fry your travel plans before you even board. Number 14. Battery-powered lighters and arc lighters. High-tech lighters look slick, right? Those plasma arc lighters or USB charging torch lighters feel modern and smart. But in 2025, they're a TSA nightmare. These gadgets are banned from checked luggage completely, and if they're too powerful, they might even get pulled from your carry-on. Why? They use high-voltage systems and lithium batteries, making them risky on a plane. Travelers often toss one into a side pocket after a camping trip and forget about it, until security pulls it, inspects it, and tosses it in the trash. Standard butane lighters? Only one per person? Period. Want to keep your electric lighter? Read the airline's fine print and carry proof of its safety ratings. That way, you stand a chance of keeping it. Up next, the so-called safety gadget that could get you stopped faster than you can say personal protection. Number 13. Self-defense tools. Think you're being smart carrying pepper spray or a self-defense alarm. TSA doesn't agree. In 2025, pepper spray is still flat-out banned from your carry-on, even those tiny keychain versions. TSA's reasoning? Anything that even remotely resembles a weapon is a problem in a sealed metal tube full of people. People try to argue it's for protection, but security doesn't negotiate on this. The fix? Check it properly in your luggage with correct labeling or leave it home. Don't put yourself in a showdown with TSA over something meant to keep you safe, because you'll lose it anyway. Stick around, because the next item might blow up your packing plans, literally, if you forget this one rule. Number 12. Camping and outdoor fuel. You've got a camping trip planned after you land, so you toss in a spare fuel canister. No big deal, right? Wrong. In 2025, TSA is crystal clear. No propane, no butane, no white gas. Zero fuel in carry-ons or checked luggage. Even empty fuel bottles can get you stopped if they smell like gas. Why? Fire risk, plain and simple. A tiny leak could spark a disaster at 35,000 feet. Travelers still get caught after a weekend trip, thinking they'll refill later. Instead, they end up losing their stove and holding up the security line. Best solution? Buy fuel when you arrive or ship it separately. Your gear is safer, and so is the plane. Up next, the personal care items you wouldn't think twice about, until they wind up in the TSA's giant trash barrel of heartbreak. Number 11. Certain personal care items. You might think your hairspray, dry shampoo, or that fancy salon deodorant is no problem, right? Think again. In 2025, TSA treats big aerosol cans and flammable sprays as hazardous. If they're over 100 milliliters or look suspicious, straight into the trash they go. Why so harsh? Pressurized cans can explode or leak, and security just won't risk it. Travelers constantly forget these tucked deep in their carry-ons, only to lose them at the checkpoint. Nail polish remover, oversized perfume, same deal. The fix? Use travel-size products, pack them in a clear quart bag, and double-check the labels. It takes a few minutes, but saves heartbreak, and saves you from holding up a line of cranky passengers. Up next, the chef's knife you proudly picked up on vacation that's about to turn into airport heartbreak if you pack it wrong. Number 10. Kitchen knives and cooking tools. You took a cooking class on your trip and bought the perfect chef's knife to bring home. That's awesome. But TSA will absolutely stop you. In 2025, there's no exception for knives in your carry-on. Even tiny paring knives get confiscated. Why? A blade is a blade, and a passenger with a knife is a security nightmare. Travelers forget knives in picnic sets or cooking rolls all the time and get stunned when security pulls them out. TSA doesn't care if it's brand new or a gift from your grandma. It's going in the trash or getting checked. Want to keep it? Triple check your carry-on before you leave and always pack kitchen tools in your checked bag. Protect your souvenirs and your sanity. Coming up next, the oil that's still a legal gray zone and could land you in a debate with a TSA agent. Number 9. CBD oils and certain supplements. CBD oil feels normal now, right? Practically everyone travels with it. But in 2025, TSA is still strict. CBD derived from hemp with under 0.3% THC is generally okay, but if it's stronger or looks suspicious, it's toast. Some states even have stricter rules than the federal limit. Travelers think a health supplement label will save them, but TSA agents don't have time to decode every oil on the market. Why so picky? Because it's hard to test what's inside quickly, and mistakes could mean smuggling a banned substance. The fix? Keep CBD factory sealed, clearly labeled, and put it in checked baggage if you're unsure. That way you avoid the stress and keep your chill. Next up, toy guns that might be bright and silly, but can still land you in a full-on police moment at the checkpoint. Number 8. Replica weapons and toy guns. Seems silly, right? A toy gun for your kid's costume or a souvenir replica. But in 2025, TSA is not playing around. Anything that even looks like a weapon is a giant no-go. Bright plastic blasters, realistic prop pistols, they'll get flagged instantly. Why? Because security can't waste time deciding what's real and what isn't. Parents get shocked when their kid's toy gets yanked and sometimes even triggers a police call. That's real drama nobody needs at the airport. These props can slow down lines, cause panic, or worse, get you detained for questioning. The fix? Ship them home or pack them in your checked luggage. Save yourself the awkward moment explaining to a security officer why your kid's toy looks like a Glock. Coming up, a tiny battery pack that can cost you way more than the seat upgrade you just splurged on. Number 7. Lithium batteries over limits. Power banks are essential these days, but in 2025, TSA is laser-focused on them. If yours is over 100 watt-hours, expect a delay. Over 160 watt-hours? Straight up banned. Travelers show up with mystery batteries that have no labels, and security won't take your word for it. Why? Because high-capacity lithium can spark fires, a massive risk on an airplane. If they can't verify your battery specs, it's gone, and you'll probably hold up the line while they dig through your entire bag. The fix? Always check the watt-hour rating before packing. Keep them in your carry-on, separated from metal objects and labeled clearly. Saves you stress, saves everyone else's patience, because no one wants to lose a $60 charger because they forgot to check a tiny label. Coming up next, a sneaky little magnet that could trash your entire travel plan. Number 6. Strong magnets and industrial magnets. Magnets. Who'd think they're a problem? In 2025, TSA is on the lookout for powerful neodymium or industrial magnets. They can damage X-ray machines, mess with sensors, or grab onto metal items mid-scan. Travelers forget them in bags after science fairs or tool projects, and boom, security is tearing apart your carry-on. Why so strict? A strong magnet could literally yank metal objects across a scanner, creating a safety hazard. They don't have time to take that risk. The fix? Pack magnets in checked luggage, padded and boxed so they don't mess with anything. If you don't, be ready to lose them at the checkpoint. No debate, no negotiation. Nobody wants to see their rare earth magnet dropped in a TSA bin. Coming up, your musical pride and joy that could get you stopped, searched, and stressed before you even strum a chord. Number 5. Large musical instruments with hard cases. Your guitar, cello, or trumpet deserves to travel in style, right? But in 2025, TSA sees big, rigid cases as a huge headache. Hard cases can hide contraband, pack dense foam that blocks scanners, or just plain look suspicious. The result? You'll get pulled aside, your instrument unpacked, swabbed, scanned, and sometimes even slightly damaged during checks. Why? Because TSA needs to be absolutely sure nothing's stashed inside. Travelers hate this, but security won't skip it. The fix? Use a soft case if you can, and be ready to open it quickly. Arrive early, stay polite, and cooperate. That helps keep your gear and your sanity intact. Up next, a smokeless habit that could have you explaining why you're carrying loose brown powder through a federal checkpoint. Number 4. Chewing tobacco and certain smoking products. Chewing tobacco, snuff, or herbal smoking blends seem low-key, right? In 2025, they're anything but. If these products aren't sealed and clearly labeled, loose pouches look shady and can even get mistaken for drugs. Travelers often toss chewing tobacco in a zip bag after a camping trip, then forget about it. When it shows up on a scanner, security stops everything to double-check. Why? Because powders and organic substances are hard to identify on X-rays. The fix? Always carry tobacco products in original sealed packaging. If you can't do that, leave them home. Otherwise, you'll be stuck trying to explain to a TSA officer why you're carrying brown granules in an unlabeled bag. Coming up next, fireworks. Yes, people still try to fly with them, and it always ends badly. Number 3. Fireworks and sparklers. It sounds ridiculous, but yes, people still pack fireworks. In 2025, TSA is absolutely zero tolerance about anything explosive, even tiny sparklers or party poppers. They will not listen to excuses about a festival or a celebration. Why? Because explosives on a plane are an obvious no-go, period. Even small novelty fireworks get tossed immediately, and you might even face police questions if you argue. Travelers sometimes forget they stashed them in a side pocket, then watch their entire bag get emptied on the scanner belt. Solution? Leave any firework behind, no matter how small or harmless it seems. Nobody wants to start a vacation by explaining fireworks to federal agents. That's a surefire way to get delayed, searched, and embarrassed. Up next, the innocent snack that can destroy your travel day if you cross a border without reading the fine print. Number 2. Meat, cheese, and produce on international flights. You packed a wedge of local cheese or a bit of cured sausage to share back home. Well, in 2025, international flights mean serious customs rules. TSA and customs coordinate to block fresh meat, cheese, fruit, and veggies, even if vacuum sealed. Why? They're trying to stop pests, diseases, or hidden contraband. Passengers lose hundreds of dollars worth of food each year because they assume a fancy sticker means it's legal. Research the destination's import policies first or ship them using certified food carriers. That's the only way to protect your goodies. Nothing is worse than handing over a wheel of $50 cheese to a trash bin. Up next, the one hobby that could make you look like a homemade bomb suspect and hold you up for hours at security. Number 1. Hobbyist electronics and circuit boards. You build cool gadgets, love tinkering, maybe carry a circuit board or solder kit. Seems totally normal to you, but in 2025, TSA is hyper-aware of hobby electronics. Wires, circuit boards, resistors. They look like bomb components on X-rays. That means security will absolutely tear through your bag, ask awkward questions, and maybe even call supervisors. Why? Because they can't instantly confirm your project is harmless. Travelers carrying jumbled wires or random parts get flagged all the time. Solution: pack your hobby electronics neatly in anti-static bags with clear labeling or even receipts showing what they are. That tiny prep step can save you from hours of explaining your side hustle to a nervous agent. Trust me, you don't want to be that passenger who delays an entire security line. Which of these surprised you the most? Drop your horror stories or travel wins down in the comments. I read them all. And if you want me to make a full TSA-proof packing checklist, hit like so I know. Subscribe for more smart travel tips to dodge airport disasters and fly stress-free. I've got your back every trip.